Welcome to Coimbra!
This picturesque town is bursting with history, beauty, and great views. Now, Coimbra was once the capital of Portugal and was the home of kings, as well as one of the oldest universities in the world. This city is a history lover's dream. So in this video, we'll show you how to see Coimbra as a day trip from Porto and 10 amazing things to do in Coimbra that will make your visit a powerful one. All in this episode of Lucas World Travel. Now we're Kendra and David Lucas of Lucas World Travel, and so far we spent a week exploring Porto, Braga, Aveiro, and now we're heading to Coimbra. To get to Coimbra from Porto, you can either take the train. So a round-trip ticket to Coimbra is a whopping €25. However, taking the bus is about half the cost of the train and is probably your best bet for getting to Coimbra. Plus, the bus will get you closer into city center than the train does. We didn't know that when we decided to take the train, so we wound up needing to take a taxi to get into city center. So Coimbra is another city we couldn't figure out how to take public transportation. So we had to jump into a cab, and now we're on our way to city center.
In all honesty, our taxi ride was only $3.95. A price so low that for two people, I actually think it's cheaper to take a taxi to city center than it would be for two people to take the bus.
So the first stop you want to make is Ponte de Santa Clara, or Santa Clara Bridge. From here, across the bridge, you can get a great overall view of Coimbra. So always nice to start your visit with a beautiful view of the city. Now this view reminds me a lot of Potui, Slovenia. Instead of having a castle on a hill though, they have a university on the hill because this is a university town.
As we walked through the city center, our next stop was to the Arco de Almedina. This archway was the original city entrance back in the 12th century. Now, this tower and archway are a part of the Museum of Coimbra, where you can learn even more about Coimbra's history and city walls. Next, continue up the hill to the Old Cathedral. Coimbra's Old Cathedral was built in 1117 and is one of the few Romanesque-style cathedrals that has maintained its original structure. Inside, you will see massive columns, Baroque and Gothic-style artwork, blue tile work, and a cloister with charming archways and a garden.
And the roof has a really nice colored tile. Gorgeous.
So this place was built in the 12th century, and what I like best about it is this cloister area. So it's very peaceful out here, so definitely worth taking a walk through the cloisters. It's €2.50 to get in, but I do think it's worth the price. Next, continue up the hill to Paco das Escolas, the historical plaza of the University of Coimbra. Here, you'll encounter the university's most iconic buildings, including the renowned library, which was our favorite attraction in Coimbra. The only drawback is that photos and videos are not allowed on the highest, most elegant levels of the library. We got tickets to tour the library, the chapel, and the Royal Palace. And I must tell you, the library is jaw-droppingly beautiful. Worth every penny.
The view from the college campus is just amazing. I mean, the view looking down into the river and over the city is it's priceless. And then going into the library, like Kendra said, we've all been in libraries. We've never been in libraries like this.
Here we have St. Michael's Chapel.
This compact yet intricate chapel boasts vivid blue tiles, a Baroque organ, and exquisite altars that are truly a feast for your eyes. So there's a lot you can do here. You can climb the tower. There's a royal palace.
But guess where we are? We chose to eat at the university cafeteria. So we were living our old collegiate days. So this is our lunch.
Yeah, this reminds me of my old college. You know, having a castle at the top of the college, being able to look down into this river view, beautiful city, old city. That's just like my college back in Tallahassee.
Yeah. So we're over here reliving our college days eating cafeteria food. Not a bad way to go. And for 2 people, it was like 12 euros. So very affordable.
After lunch, we continued on to the royal palace. Now, back in the 1100s, this was the throne room where the King of Portugal took care of the business of the country. So along the walls, you have portraits of the previous kings of Portugal. So there are over 172 wooden panels, which is so unique. I've never seen panels like this before. Now, unfortunately, while we're here, it's undergoing major renovations. Nonetheless, guys, it's pretty spectacular. So next stop is the new cathedral, which inside has lovely gold-clad vignettes of different religious scenes.
That was so impressive. Like, I was not expecting that. It was just so beautiful on the inside. The woodwork inside was amazing.
So next up is the Botanical Gardens. Simply gorgeous.
And they have an amazing bamboo forest.
And the best part, the Botanical Gardens are free to enter, so you can enjoy the nature as much as you want. Heading back into city center, our last stop was Santa Cruz Church.
I was curious about this church because 2 of the actual Portuguese kings are buried here.
So to the left of the altar, you have Portugal's first king buried. And to the right of the altar, you have his son, the second king, buried. Now, the church itself is free to see, but if you would like to see the tombs of kings, the monastery, and the cloister, tickets are a very affordable €3 per person. If you look closely, you can see a skull inside of that bust there. That's Portugal's first saint. Coimbra is filled with so many firsts and so much history. It was really impressive to see.
The thing I love about touring Coimbra is you really can do every single thing that you want to do in the space of a day.
For me, I just loved how picturesque the city was, and to learn about the history and all the different universities and all the different cathedrals, the Old Cathedral and the Church of Santa Cruz. So really worthwhile to come out to Coimbra and see it. Up next, we're heading to Lisbon, so make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell in order to follow the journey. That's our journey, and good luck in planning your own.
Until next time, check out our Portugal playlist on the right there. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sharing with all your travel pals, and happy travel planning until next time.